Hi Capricorn, welcome to your What Does Spirit Want You to Know message. This is my favorite message of all because we don't limit Spirit on what we allow them to speak into our lives. So we just kind of give them the board and we walk it out through the Celtic cross and they deliver to us what it is they want you to know. So we're going to dig right into it. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you for my Capricorn friends, and I thank you for tarot as a tool. Show us clearly, what is your message for Capricorn? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Current energy, Capricorn. Wow, 7 of air. And what's crossing you? Page of water. I love this. Okay, so underlying energy or the root of everything is the sun. And your recent past is justice. Wow. So your crowning energy is 10 of air. Your near future, Ace of water. Y'all, that card's showing up in so many readings right now. And that card for me, all by itself, is like a love letter almost. Also, your mental and emotional attitude toward all this is King of Fire. And your outside influence, wow, Ace of Earth. Your hopes and fears is 9 of Earth. And your outcome, transformation. Transformation is actually, it's the Death card. I was thinking it was the devil, but it's not. It's the Death card. Okay, so I was thinking it was actually you. But transformation is phenomenal. And we're going to walk this out and see what happens. Okay. 7 of air, this is your current energy, where you've come to a place in your life where you have just made peace with your truth, right? In the traditional tarot, the 7 of air is in the traditional tarot is the 7 of swords. And a lot of people look at it as like thievery and deception and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily what it means. It depends on where it's showing up in the spread, right? And sometimes whenever it's showing up, it means that we're taking the truths that are important to us and we're leaving with those truths, and we're leaving the truths that no longer serve us behind. But in this deck, this one, your energy right now is that you've made peace with truth, period. Because you realize that truth for you may not be the same truth that somebody else embodies, and that's okay. And that their truth can be their truth and your truth is your truth, and you're at peace with that. Okay, what's crossing you? For me, the crossing card can be either a bump forward or it can hold you back. And with this energy right here, I feel like your crossing card is moving you in a new direction, in a forward movement direction, right? This is the Page of water. I love this energy because this is the water's all about emotions, right? And there's this inner, like your emotions are getting on board. You're emotionally on board with your mental place. This peace is bringing you to a place where emotionally you feel fulfilled just by the freedom that you get with that peace. You feel this emotional fulfillment, right? It's giving you a new lease on life. This child running across this water, she's light as a feather. She's light as a feather. It reminds me of those scales, right? Those scales where there's they put your heart on one side and they put a feather on the other. And if your heart's light enough and it stays balanced with the feather, then you ascend into heaven. It's some cultural thing. I don't think they do it anymore, but they used to do it, right? This is you. This is where you are. It's like you're light as a feather. She's running on the water. And she's got a whole... She doesn't have a whole new lease on life, but your energy, it's like you've got a whole new lease on life. So what is it about this that's causing you to be here? It's the sun. This is the underlying energy. This is the root of why you are where you are. For me, the root cause is always a result. The root cause of where you are now is always a result of a deeper understanding that you've gotten because of something in the recent past. So these are two major arcana. So Capricorn, I feel like something major has happened in your life. There's those scales again, right? Right there. She's got the scales and they're balanced. And there's this truth, this sword of truth right here, and it's lit up. And behind her is, it looks like it's probably the moon. And it's the yellow gold color. And then you have the sun. It's like there's been some revelation, some balancing of your understanding, some balancing of who you are personally. And this is a very general reading, so it could have taken place within a business, it could have taken place within a relationship, but it could just be something within you. And then you're sitting in this energy. The root energy is this sun. So whatever happened here filled you up. It felt victorious. It felt like finally I'm in this energy where I can feel like I have a new lease on life. Finally, I'm at a place where I can be at peace with whatever's going on around me because it's their truth or it's their life, and I don't have to be concerned with it, right? This root energy of the sun is like the universe came in and gave you a booster shot. I just saw an image of a booster shot. It's like you got a shot in the arm or something to go on about it, whatever it is, to go on about it because they're with you and you know that. So your crowning energy, for me, the crowning energy is your guides, your angels, your archangels, the Holy Spirit, right? And God himself and your higher self. This is in the traditional tarot, the Ten of Swords, where somebody's laying on the ground with the swords all stabbed in their back, right? But look, if that ever was your life, it is so not your life now, because your guides and your angels and your archangels and the Holy Spirit, your higher self, God himself, are walking you above it. Look, light as a feather. Remember I talked about that? Light as a feather. Your heart is light as a feather. Whether justice came in and physically, whether there was some kind of physical justice that took place in this real world for some hurt that's happened in your life, or whether it was some kind of deep something with you personally that you reconciled within yourself. Your angels, your guides, your higher self, your crowning energy is saying, we're gonna keep you in this place where these things no longer bother you, where anything that tries to approach you even now is no longer going to bother you, because we're bringing you here, Capricorn. This is my love letter. This is my love letter. I love that Sagittarius got, and their whole reading was like a love letter, and this one looks like it is like the same thing, really. Not the same as theirs, but it's there's a theme right now where spirits helping. It's like Spirit is preparing us all for this next step in our journey. You know, we are going into a new decade. It just occurred to me. We are going into a new decade, right? So I feel like Spirit's actually preparing us for this new cycle in this world that we're fixing to walk through. This right here, the Ace of Water, is, I call it the Pearl of Great Price. It's the same as the Ace of Cups. So it's the universe handing you unconditional love for yourself, self-fulfillment, and all that kind of stuff. But in here, in this particular deck, it's all under the water, right? The seahorse is under the water, so there's lots of emotion surrounding it. And this pearl is right at the seat of the seahorse. So it's where the sacral chakra and the root chakra are. So it's like you've had some kind of transformational surgery, where emotional surgery or love kind of surgery, where Spirit, this is where you're coming to, where you embody the love of you, where you embody the love of Spirit in you, where you embody everything that is good and whole. This is like no longer the root chakra, right? It's about foundations and right and wrong and things we're taught, what we believe about our security, how we believe we're supposed to get our money. It's all that stuff. And our sacral chakra is our creativity. So it's like that's been completely transformed in you, or they're bringing you to that place where that is all going to be transformed in you, and you're going to see yourself in a different way. You're going to show up in a different way, whether that's in a business, in a relationship, or just with yourself. It's like Spirit saying, you are so loved and you are love. It's an amazing understanding of who you are, Capricorn. Okay, so your mental attitude toward all this. So you've had this justice recently. It gave you this underlying energy of the sun. It's made you light as a feather, and you're at peace with so many things. And your crowning energy is saying we're gonna keep that peace flowing in your life, right? And they're bringing you to a place where you embody absolute love. But mentally and emotionally, you're feeling like it's not just, you're inspired by what's happened in your life, right? The King of Fire is the same as the King of Wands. He's very connected. Capricorn, this is telling me you're very connected. It's like you're getting downloads. You feel like this is more than just the next phase of your life. You feel like there's something important going on here, and you probably already know, or you're not necessarily sure that this is going to come, but you definitely know that there's something you want to do about it. But they're telling you this is going to come. This embodiment of the love of who you are, of the unconditional love, of the emotional intelligence, of the way the world acts around us. But you're inspired by this whole thing that's happened, and you're ready to because the kings are action takers, right? And they're visionaries. So it's like you can see something here that possibly you're wanting to move forward with, or move forward in the way that you show up, whatever. You're inspired by it, and you're ready to walk it out. Your outside influence is the Ace of Earth. So you are an earth sign. So this is like the pentacle, the Ace of Pentacles. Whenever Spirit hands us a big old pentacle, that we're bringing it into your reality. That's what they're saying. We are bringing you into your reality. But not only that, look at this card. Look at that beast right there. On the end of his antenna, there's a butterfly right there, right? I said antenna, antler. There's a butterfly right there. And there's all this beautiful light back here, and there's this golden light up here. For me, that's all about guidance. It's the same as this energy right here. It's about the guidance, the communication back and forth with Spirit, right? And this rock that he's standing on is absolutely solid. So it's like Spirit's saying, this is your outside influence. So Spirit's saying, we are going to be part of this, walking it out into your reality. We're going to be part of this, the earth, becoming more of who you are. We're going to be part of you understanding your value, which gives you the strength to do what it is that you want to do in this physical reality. Your hopes and fears. So hopes and fears is the same card in this placement. So your hope is to become this independent person, to be so independent that you don't have worries out there. But this person also, in this particular deck, they're independent. They understand all this, but guess what else? They had a revelation because they see things differently. They're not worried about money. They're not worried about things in the physical world. But they definitely see things differently than they used to, right? It has to do with whatever this was in the recent past. I really feel that you understand. And it has to do with where they're bringing you, about self-love and value. So you see things differently. It has to do with these downloads that you've been getting. It has to do with this outer influence that's coming in, that like God himself or the angels or the archangels or spirit, whoever is bringing this into your reality. You see that now, right? So your hope is to always remember that, and your hope is to be in this independent place where you don't have to rely on anybody or anything like that. But your fear, obviously, is the same thing. So here's what Spirit says. Capricorn, this is where we're actually taking you, to a place of total transformation. I don't know where you've been. I don't know if this is the same group that I've ever talked to before. I feel like there's some of you that we've been on a journey, right? But this transformation, this new decade that we're walking into, it's the 1 and the 3 is a 4. That's firm foundations, right? They're bringing you into this, that outside influence, that firm, that strong foundation. They're bringing that into your life. They're transforming you in ways that you just haven't necessarily considered yet. And this thing right here, where this is your crowning energy, this is constant help from your guides, your angels, your archangels, the Holy Spirit. Everything about your life is going to be so totally different. And it's like, it's all good, because look, this is the root, the root energy, the underlying energy is the sun. It is carrying you to this new place. It's bringing in this transformation for you. It's such a general reading. I can't tell you specifically what's going on in your life by any means, because there's too many of you out there, but something's happening in your life that is fixing to be completely transformed. That's where they're bringing you to. And it doesn't look like there's a whole lot that you need to do except keep showing up. Keep showing up and keep trusting. Continue to allow your guides, your angels, your archangels to help you let worries go. To continue to let worries go, to continue to not allow things to seep into your mind and stay there, because then they end up in your heart. You're walking this out. Like, I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know what this was in the recent past, if it was something personal or something in the physical world that happened, but there's been a major shift for you right here, and you're going somewhere. They're taking you somewhere with it into this next decade. This whole new decade. They're walking right there with you. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for this beautiful message for Capricorn. Thank you for showing us the energies that they're in and the energies where you're taking them to. Show us, what is the PS that goes with this reading, please? Can you please show us the PS for Capricorn as it relates to this reading? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Can you show us clearly what is the PS? Okay, I'm feeling like I need to clarify that transformation card. So we're going to do that. I don't normally do that. But I'm feeling like I need to do that for some reason. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, can you please clarify for us this transformation card? How do we see that transformation playing out for Capricorn? Or in what area are we looking at transformation? Show us clearly, what is this transformation card about? Thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us the transformation, please. Wow. Okay, so I feel like here it is right here. You know, there was a time, I think it was you. I think I recall some readings that you've had some rough times, right? And they're transforming that energy for you. This is no longer you. That's exactly what they're transforming. Financial stress, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you're the one who nobody understands and all that. They're transforming that. They're saying, nope, that's not going to be it anymore. This is something totally new that's coming in for you. Capricorn, this is exciting. Another thing about this card is that, it may mean that you leave behind certain this right here for me is traditional teachings and things like that, or traditional ways of doing things. And I feel like they're saying that part of this transformation means that you may walk away from old thoughts, old ideas about how things used to be. But they're bringing you here where you embody not only the fact that you are loved, but you embody that you are love, right? And this transformation is something completely beautiful. And because it's the Pentacles, right? I feel like it has to do with this too. This is your hope to be financially comfortable, to be in a place where you don't have to worry about what other people, you don't have to worry about bowing down to other people or accepting other people's ideas of you, of who you are. You can sustain yourself. And that helps to bring you into that place of peace because you see things differently now. It's almost like with this reading, it's almost like Spirit saying, we have validated you. That's how I feel. They're saying, we have validated you, and we're going to continue to walk with you on this journey. That's what I feel like they're saying. Wow. Okay. So show us the PS that goes with this reading, please. Again, we thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for clarifications, confirmations, and validations. Please show us clearly what is the PS for Capricorn as it relates to this reading. This is incredible. Okay. PS, Capricorn. It's the Nine of Cups. So your hopes and fears, in the hopes and fears sections, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And in the PS, the first card out, is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups, people say, oh, that's wish fulfillment, yay. And it is, we all want to have a beautiful, fulfilled life. So yes, it's the 9 cups filled up. You don't need the 10th cup necessary, the happily ever after. You're good all by yourself. There's only one person here. There's only one person there. You're good, and you're good there. And so they're saying this is where we're bringing you, to this emotional fulfillment, right? And you're happily ever after. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is generational abundance, Capricorn. They have validated you, and they're going to continue to walk with you in this journey because they're bringing you someplace. That is absolutely phenomenal. Look, and there's the Emperor. So Capricorn, what they're saying is you are an action taker, right? The Emperor, different people see him different ways. I like to think that he's a lot like this guy, where he's passionate, where he leads with his heart. But he, in fact, has the qualities of all the kings. He's resourceful and methodical and systematic and walks things out like the King of Pentacles. He's intellectually driven and no fluff kind of action taker like the King of Swords. And he is emotionally intelligent, right? Emotionally intelligent and absolutely unconditional loving to himself as well as other people, like the King of Cups, an action taker in that respect too. And he's inspired, like the King of Wands. He's inspired and he's passionate and he walks with purpose in the things that he does. So they're saying this is the energy that they're walking you out to. This is the energy. This is part of that transformation. I feel like the PS is the PS to the outcome. We ask for clarification. What is this transformation about? This is the energy you used to be in, Capricorn. They're saying no more. Here's where they're taking you, right here. Wow. Right? Never again. Never again do you have to rely on other people's validation, because Spirit himself or itself has validated you, and they are continuing to walk with you. Capricorn, this is awesome. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you're a subscriber, I appreciate you so much. I so am thankful for the comments, the likes, the shares, all that stuff. If you haven't hit the bell notification thingy, ring that bell because it's important to YouTube. And if you're just a passerby, I am so glad you stopped in, and welcome to Spirit Mail. Y'all go out and have a super duper day, and until next time, see you later.